Hello everybody, I'm Chad Vader. Welcome
Danganronpa.
to Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. Trigger Happy Havoc. Where we last left off, there were 2 murders occurring at the same place. There's a robot, and there's some sort of person in a robot disguise. People think it's Hero, because that's what Hifumi said with his line death, his last dying breath. So yeah, and he's the only one that we haven't seen since those 3, Celeste. But then we found Celeste. Then Kyoko went missing, but before we saw her, so she has an alibi when they were attacked, so it couldn't be her. So yeah, so we don't know who it could be, but it seems like it's Yasuhiro. Okay, but that's what we're going to try to figure out before we do anything, because if we just assume, we're not going to get anywhere. If that's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends?
That's fine.
Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our little life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
Yes, it does look that way. It's going to begin again. You have to go through this one more time. I have to accept it. I have no choice but to go through this to make sure everyone survives. I just have to do it. Okay, we're investigating stuff first. First, I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Fufumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Yoshimaru. The cause of death was each to blow to head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. So they killed with a similar weapon. So if they were killed with a similar weapon, it couldn't be 2 different hammers. Because if the blow to the head is similar, then the size doesn't matter, and neither do the hammers. So it's also leading off. So who was killed first? Okay. That's it?
Very strange.
Yeah, it's pretty strange. We got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. After all, the events of this case unfold before our very eyes. We should know more about what happened than Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's been bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while.
Are you talking about Kyoko?
perhaps.
Without a doubt, she has an alibi when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice?
Accomplice? An accomplice? Oh god, now I tried to do a high voice for him. That was not the voice I gave him. Okay. Ooh, accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma
Don't be rude.
appears!
I'm here to answer your question. What question?
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices, right? I'm pretty sure I explained it before, didn't I? During the first class trial?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear. If there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, 2 people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
That's true.
In other words,
So basically, you can be an accomplice if you want, but there's no gratification in it.
So then...
So are you saying nobody worked together this time either?
hey,
Sorry, can't answer that. It would obstruct the free exchange of information between you guys. I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in the murder.
Phew!
Only one Blackened will graduate. The accomplice gets nothing.
So, in other words,
Then we only need to figure out who that one Blackened is then. That did the killing, right? Just like normal.
Well?
Okay, let me make this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is
Extreme!
one, two Blackened who devised the murder plot and put into action. The two Blackened is just one person.
Well now.
That's enough for explaining. Explaining. Now it's down to the final battle between all of you and the Blackened. Good luck to you, all contestants. So they can only be one Blackened accomplice wouldn't benefit. Unless there are two murderers. Okay. Whatever. I can't see any way Kyoko would be connected to this case after all. You may be right. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you?
However,
As long as she's not connected to this case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation.
Indeed.
I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. How do you have no doubt? Okay. But for the time being, I suppose it can't hurt to pursue further information.
So,
No, don't you think we should consider certain someone as a suspect just in case? We're talking about the murder's being Genocide Jack.
What?
What? Ooh, I'm offended. You. When did you? I've been looking all over you for Master. Wait. Woke up, you were nowhere to be found.
you SOB!
Anyway, you damn milk sack swimmer girl.
Huh?
Milk sack?
You gotta be
Why
kidding!
do I have to be the suspect?
What the heck?
Well, I mean, you are a serial killer.
What?
So what? I'm just gonna be a special guest suspect for every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Afumi scream, she was with me. And when the bodies disappeared, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine any way she would be able to move Afumi's body.
Yep.
Besides, I calculate every move I make. I'm not gonna kill somebody when everybody knows what I look like. They don't call me the murder speed for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about.
Let's see.
On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't leave them disappearing again. We can't have them disappearing again.
so then,
Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina?
Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
it's all clear now.
Then that's that then. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. Although one of us has an alibi, so figure out who did it should be obvious, right? But maybe it's just me. But I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Okay. That took very long. Okay. Let's look at everything first. We got Hina. We got the hammers. We got the bodies. The Rolly. These guys. Where's the murderous feet? Was it she in here? Okay. Let's check the hammers. There are hammers all different kinds of sizes hanging on the wall, although some of them are more like mallets. Mallets? Did the Justice Hammer has been designed using these models? That's why there's some hammers missing, so it has to be. I literally all the hammers here have obviously seen a lot of use. They're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait. For some reason, this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did somebody wash it recently? Okay, spotless hammer. So somebody cleaned this to get rid of the murder weapon. Okay.
So,
Makoto, I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. Huh? What is it? After Fumi and Taka's bodies disappeared, we split up to look around, right? I was really scared, so me and Sakura got stuck together.
but...
We came right to the repository to, you know, look around. But when we got here, the repository was locked. We couldn't get inside. It was locked. And we came here as soon as the search started, so there was no way somebody could beat us here. So if that's true, then who locked it? And why is it unlocked now? I wonder the same thing. The door was locked when the search for the bodies began, but now it's wide open. There might be some secret lurking in there, but I'll probably have to leave this area to figure it out. Okay? Sakura, do you know anything?
There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many, to be honest. Considering that it may be good to look back on everything that's happened.
So then,
Would you like my help?
Yes, I would definitely like your help. Yeah, let's look back on things.
This morning, only 4 of us met up in the dining hall. Hina, Kyoko, you, and myself. We waited for the others, but nobody showed up. So we decided to go look around for them. It was around 8 o'clock when we began our search.
And soon after we split up, Kyoko disappeared.
After that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room on the 3rd floor, then quickly came and got you and me. According to Celeste, she was attacked by a suspicious individual and lay unconscious for about an hour. In other words, she was attacked an hour before we found her. Meanwhile, just after 7 o'clock, based on the pictures Celeste took, we discovered her attacker was dressed in a strange costume. It was Robo Justice.
Man, this is really doing the number on my throat. Especially for Sakura. Because she has to sound like a manly type of woman of some sort.
It has also become clear that this Robo Justice has dragged Fumi away. After meeting up with Toko and Byakuya, we began our search for the costumed assailant. We found him and injured Fumi in the library on the 2nd floor. We took him down to the nurse's office on the 1st floor, then we resumed our search. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
What's wrong? Saw a shadow, something. Based on what Celeste claims, we went back to the 2nd floor, we split up and began searching. Then right after that,
Celeste screamed. This time she had apparently seen the suspect on the 3rd floor. Hearing her screams, we quickly made our way to the 3rd floor.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was rather intense to scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. Hey, costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down the hall. Okay.
And then,
Yeah, that was really. And I thought his voice since he said it. Whatever. We got the back. Then we split up. At this point, Celeste, Hina, and I went back to Ness. Meanwhile, you, Byakuya, and Toko pursued the suspect in the 3rd. When we got back to Ness's office, we found Fumi's scores, which we also heard Brian Discovery announcement play. I left Celeste, Hina alone and head back here to the third floor to tell others what happened.
However,
At the same time, we had discovered Taka's body in the equipment room, which means the Fumi and Taka's bodies were discovered right around the same time. Because I remember hearing the body discovery announcement play right after finding Taka.
And that's when I showed up and told you about Byakuya. And, told you about Byakuya? Okay. Told you and Byakuya that Fumi had been killed, right? And you, me, Byakuya, all headed back to Nest, leaving Toko behind. We had fainted. But as soon as we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who just arrived to tell us something very unusual. Fumi's body disappeared. We hurried back to the next office to indeed discover the fact that the corpse is gone. And remembered.
We had abandoned unconscious Toko. We had rushed back to the equipment room.
This can't be happening.
Are we hallucinating all this or something?
This time Taka's body had disappeared. So from there we began our search for both of the missing bodies. After some time,
Celeste told us she found the bodies in the repository, so we headed there.
we discovered the two bodies that had apparently vanished. And that brings us up to
however,
looking back at things may have been
Looking back at things, I've certainly been very active. If you want to look back at the case, just let me know. I'm fine anytime.
okay. Let's do this. Then we'll talk to you, Byakuya. It's Dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this one in our room before. I guess it's used to move statues around. It's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to see. Huh? But wait. Wasn't this in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? And look at the wheel. There's a blood stain on it. So the blood on the wheel of Dolly that moved from the equipment room to the repository. What's the explanation for that? Okay. Somebody used this to move the bodies, or one of the bodies, or I don't know. Do you know anything? Byakuya, do you think Hiro really did it? I don't see how anyone else could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders all disappearances all happened, every one of us had an alibi. And that's thing Kafumi said when he died. Yeah, I said Hiro's name.
So, in other words,
Then there's no room to suspect anyone else. Okay, but if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Maybe he thought no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. But he's the fool of the century, you see. I mean, he is kind of dumb, but do you really think that's enough to explain it? I feel like there's a clue hiding in there somewhere.
what?
And is that it? That's all that bothers you about the case? Well, no, there's a few other things. Like, why did the killer try to hide the bodies? They probably figured that if we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. But if that's the case, we found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact the culprit was a moron. Is that really all there is to it? The other thing that bothers me is, why'd they bother killing two people?
What?
Because all the rule says is if you kill somebody and get away with it, because all the rule says is if you kill somebody and get away with it, you graduate, right? So if the killer, the number one priority is to not get caught. But killing two people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out.
I see.
Hold on, perhaps. I see, so that's what it means. Is everything okay?
That's enough.
Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Huh? What's with the attitude? But you have my appreciation.
Goodbye.
Thanks to you, I might have some fun with this after. hall. His mysterious words hung in the air as he left the repository. He talked as if he figured something out. But if he did, what would have killed him to tell me what it was? Okay. Time to study the bodies. Taka will never move again. According to the Makima file, Taka died from a blow to the head. We found Justice Hammer 4 near his body in the equipment room. Is that what was used to kill him? And there's a tarp laid out under his body. Did the killer use this to move Taka's body? That way there wouldn't be a blood left behind while the body was moved. Blue tarp. Okay. Now Fumi. Fumi's big cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. Don't make fun of him while he's dead. That is so rude. That is mean. I mean, how on earth was the killer do someone so big? Okay, now you're just being disturbing. Okay. From the nurse's office, where he was discovered, here to here, the repository. All the way from the first floor to the third floor, and all without anyone noticing it. How the hell? Yeah. It's no good. I just don't get it. You can think about it later. For now, I have to finish investigating Hifumi himself. If I remember correctly, Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head. Probably with Justice Hammer 3, which was laying on the floor in the nurse's office. Oh wait, something's off about his body. Why am I getting this feeling? Something's different. Something about Hifumi's body in the nurse's office versus the body right now. Oh, that's it, his glasses. Okay, I thought I skipped something. Okay. When his body was in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. You're right. Look at that. Now they're totally clean. Yeah. What's the point in that? Does that mean somebody wiped his glasses off? But who would do that and why? Yeah. There's no point in wiping off blood off glasses unless there was an important clue. Okay. I think I investigated everything in here. There's only one way through the door that Hina said was locked before. There's definitely a lock on this door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. I don't see any way to lock it from in the art room. The door can only be locked from the inside of the repository, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed that the door was locked after we started looking. And the body is designed so it can be locked from the inside of. Okay. In other words, when Hina checked it, somebody had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there was no way somebody could be in the empty repository. So I'm certain someone. Who could it have been? There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. Maybe I should check somewhere else. There are some other places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, where Fumi was found. The equipment room, where Taka was found. So, let's do that. Okay. Oh, wrong one. So, equipment room is here. Nurses is on the first floor. Oh, what the? Okay. Let's go check out the equipment room and then we'll head to the nurses. Okay. Just to make sure. This is Hammer 4, killed Taka, they removed that here. This tarp, not this tarp. I feel like they've seen it somewhere and just recently too. Just I do. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed. I missed such an ultimately rare event. Okay. Okay, so the blood stain right here. Tire check. The sun caught a tire mark going through the pool of blood in the middle of the room. That reminds me of the dolly in the repository. There was blood on its tire. Could that be where the blood had come from? Yes, it is. Here. Which could mean that Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Okay, both rooms were on the third floor, so that should definitely have been possible. But what about... Now the real problem is figuring out how Fumi was carried. The only person who could be able to carry him are big, strong characters. So Sakura, But oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just do this very quick. I'm recording, so okay. Even Dolly's moved back. What about Fumi? If Fumi's body was in nurse's office on the first floor. Yeah, so it even had wheels, so there's no way they could have dragged it by wheels. Even with the dolly, there's no way you could have. Still a total mystery. Okay. Okay, this. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. I need to stop early. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to stop recording. I'll see you in the next video. I'm probably gonna do this after I get done busy with work and stuff like that. I have stuff to do, but I want to record a quick video very quick. This is probably one of my quickest videos. So yeah, I'll see you next time, okay?